with that pressure, knowing that Benil is gunning for that #1 spot. There is that sense of urgency for the Lady Altas to rack up a win today. This should be a good one. JRU versus Perpetual about to get underway. And starting us off is Kyla Navarra. Here we go. Lozano with the pass. Here is the underhand set, and it's an early point for Bustamante.
Bustamante has been quite good the past few years. So, solid din tong team ni Coach Sandy dahil yung mga recruits niya nade-develop pa under his tutelage from high school, papunta sa college, tapos nabibigyan ng chances na mag-step up dahil nandiyan na si Bustamante, nandiyan pa si Dapol nun eh. So, may progression, nakikita nila kung paano didiskarte and all that.
Bustamante getting the start today after coming off the bench in the last match against Benil. It will be Omipon coming off the bench today.
Grabe naman yung value na yun. Na yun siya yung Omipon, yung coming off the bench. But another point here for Bustamante.
Bustamante in the early goings, not disappointing. Coach Sandy Rieta as Patara sends it over to the other side. Balik ang bola sa JRU. This is Ramos. Overpass. Patara very active at the top of the net.
One of their strengths offensively, Ramos, and yan, yung mga atake ni Patara. Very quick off her feet. Itong si
Lady Bombers, Nina Ramos.
I don't know if, and this is with all due respect, I don't know if anybody had a JRU player in the top 5 in scoring in their bingo cards to start the season. Yet here we are with the emergence of Zarina Ramos. Most underrated, most improved.
Yeah.
She is it. She is her.
Walang pagkukuhanan ng puntos eh. Kasi ang merong make-up to be the #1 attacker, yung Deala. Pero nadidepensahan and mas veterano tong Ramos and mas loaded siya pumalo. So, mas nabibigyan siya ngayon ng mga touches to attack.
So if Ramos is the most underrated and most improved, Almeñana is the comeback player of the year. Cyril Almeñana not playing in season 100 due to an injury. And she is better than ever. Her season 99 self would be very proud. And here's the lady, the young lady that you just mentioned, Nicole Deala.
Saka magandang combination eh. Kasi Deala is the lefty attacker, which is, I've been stressing it throughout the season, na very important na meron kang lefty na attacker, especially with the way volleyball is played right now. And siguro ever since naman coaches have seen that, na merong advantage ka rin talaga if you're a lefty attacker. Pero yun ang pinaka-the best na advantage. You get a good setup on the middle and just get for a quick kill.
Another player who has improved tremendously, Fifi Ariola. The way she distributes that ball is one of the main reasons why Perpetual is #1 right now in Group A.
Tsaka malaking bagay na full-time siya na talaga yung pinupuntahan as the center ng Perpetual. Kasi for the past few seasons, sila ni Sapin pa ang nagpapalitan dyan.
Now for JRU, with Navarra as the setter, it's a transition period.
Sobrang bata ng team na to.
Deala. Bustamante pops it up. Menor. Drop ball does not work. Ariola tries her version of a drop ball.
Well, the last time that we covered the game together, masyado tayo marami nakuha na drop balls when Arellano played off that one too. So we'll see. And this season, mas offensively willing ang mga setter natin na kumuha ng sarili nilang puntos. Trying to call their numbers every so often.
Yeah, the likes of Tomasig, Estrelier at times also. As we see Menor continue to pour it on for Perpetual.
Kasi kung titignan mo, Anton, itong makeup ng team ng Perpetual, they have the length and the size to compete against Binild. Kasi Binild ang may pinakamatangkad na team natin, if I'm not mistaken. Sila ang papangalawa. Tapos Arellano, yung tatlong yan ang pinakamatatangkad na teams.
Arellano is the type of team that you wouldn't want to see in a play-in or quarterfinal scenario, especially with their crowd.
Oh, at saka bad trip eh. Kasi alam mong magagaling, hindi lang makakuha ng rhythm. Tapos championship winner din yung coach. So alam mag-adjust pagdating ng playoffs.
Perpetual is up 8-4. When we come back, Fatima Reyes will give us her first report from Courtside.
Welcome back mga kapuso. Nakatutok pa rin kayo sa NCAA Season 101 Women's Volleyball. Now, I have a question. Naranasan nyo na rin bang nagniningning ang mga mata nyo dahil ang isang bagay na ginagawa nyo ay minsang pinapangarap nyo lang? Well, for Coach Mia Chuseco, this is how she described her team inside the court. Marami daw kasi talagang mga bago, kaya parang na-overwhelm dito sa NCAA. But now, halfway through the season, Coach Mia hopes those shining eyes become inspiration and not a distraction. On the flip side, a very positive Coach Sandrieta told me that he hopes to give us a 3-set game just like what they did during the first round. Pero alam niyang hindi ito magiging madali dahil given their game schedule, kahapon lang daw talaga sila nakapag-ensayo. But with his team complete and healthy, Coach Sandy is really positive that today is going to be a good day. Anton and Coach Hammer.
So how would you answer the question that Fatima posed during the first part?
Always. The opportunity to do what we're doing, Anton, we're very blessed. Lalo na itong mga batang to, Kasi maalala natin yung karamihan sa mga naglalaro dito sa liga natin, coming from humble and simple beginnings. Yung makalaro ka lang ng tabla, tarafling, tapos dati sa spalto ka lang naglalaro sa lupa, ang laking bagay na yan eh. Nakapaa ka pa nga dati naglalaro. Ewan ko na-experience mo yun Kasi sa amin minsan nakapaalang kami naglalaro nun eh.
Going back to what Fatima shared about Coach Mia, this is a team that is showing a lot more fight than it did. So the materials are coming together. So there is that excitement that Fatima was describing.
And I think the oldest players in this roster, si Yan Alonio, who is on her 4th year, tsaka si Kring Bataraw, who is also on her 4th year. If I'm not mistaken, hindi ko maalala kung ilang years to play pa ng dalawang to. Pero most definitely silang dalawa yung pinaka-veteran dito sa team.
Here's the toss. Yonko.
Net touch.
Net touch on that challenge. And Yonko plugging in for Alalong Isip, who tweaked something last in their previous games. So maganda makuha rin natin yung update with Lalong Isip kay Fatima.
Dolly Versosa is in today as an assistant coach.
Last one to be part of the top 5, as you mentioned, in scoring for their squad.
And then, of course, Shola Alvarez, who's also part of our broadcast team.
MVP.
Yeah. Man, time flies. Natawa na lang no?
Pare, that was fast, man.
Yeah,
we used to cover Shola.
Yeah, man.
Bustamante gets a block touch.
So, Yan is actually in her 5th year.
Oh, so last playing year na ni Yan. Isipin mo yun na recruit out of Laguna, pinag-uusapan natin siya before. Now, one of the most promising liberos natin. And now, she's on the last year of her collegiate career. Ako, ang pagkakaisip mo nga, 4th year pa lang niya He started season 96 pala. 97.
But
Yeah, because I remember
Sa Pakong pa tayo naglalaro yun.
that's when we first interviewed her, got to talk to her. So yeah, what a
Serving for the
journey.
Lady Bombers, Nina Ramos.
And I remember the first time I talked to Coach Mia, asking her, Coach, kamusta? Or you have any good players coming in? Sabi niya, I have a good libero. So 12-8 in favor of Perpetual as we see this back set by Ariola to a very determined Bustamante who is making the most of her starting opportunity today. Meanwhile, Deala with a kill.
She is in her second year. Itong si Deala. And siya talaga yung, if you're looking at the work rate, volume, usage rate, itong si Deala, sobrang taas ng usage rate niya. Mas mataas kaysa kay Ramos. Maganda lang ang percentages talaga ng mga atake ni Ramos.
You wanna hear a crazy stat? Oh, Coach Mia Dioseco is in her 12th season.
Nauna sa akin ng ano, ng 2 taon.
12th season.
Grabe, no?
Yonko serving.
So when we started covering volleyball again, she was in her 8th season. Now it's 12th season. Time does fly indeed.
Yeah, man.
Batara with a quick attack.
Sarah, quick attack.
Pero vastly improved talaga yung laro ni Kring Batara. Last year, pasulpot-sulpot lang eh. Pero dahil forced din siya na maglaro ng extended minutes kasi wala yung kapalitan niya na injured before the season. So, mas featured siya sa kanilang opensa.
Yeah, her partner in crime, Pat Del Pilar. I see her wearing a boot on her left foot.
Down the line.
She's on the bleachers right now.
Nakaka-annoy pa dyan yun. Pagka, as we see this, attack again. Yung nakaka-annoy dyan yung feeling mo ready ka na maglaro. Tapos hindi ka pa nakiklear.
You know, watching that replay of Cyril Almeniana, she reminds me of Jovi Prado of Arellano. High flyer as well.
Alam ba yung pace nila?
Gina G
Yung
pag
pace natin. Okay, alam nyo na kaya yung bilisan yung paa nyo sa block, sa ano. Tapos nagsiskim lang naman sa net yung palo nila. So tatapatan lang natin. Tapos pag nag-cross na sa court natin, pace na natin. Huwag yung gagayahin. Pace natin. May pace tayo, mag-play tayo.
The familiar calmness in the voice of Coach Mia Dioseco. And there is Pat Del Pilar.
14, serving 11.
The fashion statement.
Oh, sila lang isip din. Nandoon. I
Scores an ace.
wanna hear what happened to
Lady
her.
Altas.
She already battled through the arduous rehab process just to get back, and then now she got injured again. I wanna know ano yung findings with her. If it's just a knee sprain, hopefully it's just a knee sprain.
Perpetual
Point.
pulling away here with Almeniana at the service line. They are now up 16-11.
JRU Lady Bombers.
Set number 1 here in this matchup between Perpetual and JRU.
Eddie, can I send a free shout-out dun sa mga nanonood
Go
sa
ahead.
atin? Kasi meron akong isang kaibigan na lagi nanonood ng volleyball, basketball coach, Coach Francis Cruz. Watching along with, kasama ba si Ate Apple, Francis? Just came back from Zamboanga. A very lengthy stay there. So enjoying the action here. Tsaka Huldi manonood yan kasi may game din yung San Bedo mamaya.
It's a quick attack. Picked up from the back. Diala will hit. Almeñana with a save. Palacio.
Una yung slide ni Ramos, misleading that hit off the middle. Ito na una yung slide niya eh. Anticipating that it would drop a little bit closer to the libero. But a quick 3-0 run here for Perpetual.
Did you see that delay in the set of Fifi Ariola?
Yeah.
She waited for her spiker to get in the air. Ganda ng pitik.
And a lot of that is attributed na mas clear na yung rule dito ni Ariola. Kasi nun medyo bunot. Ilalagay na mahabang minuto, tatanggalin. May rhythm siya ngayon and she knows what to expect with her playing time. Kaya mas navavary na niya yung set niya, mas nagiging confident na siya na hindi siya ilalabas agad ng coach niya pag nagkamali. And that's a big thing, especially if you're the one setting up your teammates.
Too strong point for the Lady Bombers.
Too much spice on that spike by Menor.
16 out.
Coach Sandy reminding her to
Don't
use that wrist a little bit more to create more of a
serving.
downward angle, I suppose. Ariola. Palacio on the drop. Wow.
Palacio sees
Smart
the hole.
play by Palacio.
Kasi kanina pa kumakagat yung mga quick na palo ni Palacio. So, of course, you have to put the counter on your primary attack, which is a quick attack.
Geraldine Palacios.
Kaya meron ka rin mga tips na lalagay mo lang na on an angle.
Diala. Ariola. To Menor. Her most powerful spike of the day. Gemalyn Menor.
Bounce ball talaga. Yun yung kill. Ganda ng pagkaka-place ng
20
bola.
serving 12.
Ang ganda nung ginagawa ngayon ni Ariola na alam niya kung kanino lang dadalhin yung bola. Distributing it well and getting it to the hot hand. Miscommunication on the defense
With a quick
for
push.
Perpetual. Hindi matawaran. Alanganin pa nga yung pagkakapalo pero they would take the point.
Di matawaran is like
Serving.
a stealth bomber. The one you don't see coming.
Masyado marami action movies talaga pinanonood. Ayaw mo kong dalhin dyan because the action is the juice. Alam mo, as we see a lot of juice being provided here by Perpetual.
Bilisan mo pa. Mabagal niya. Bilisan mo pa konti. Ha? Depensa. O, yung kanina, unahan ka pa dito. O. Sa'yo na dapat yun eh. Hindi. Basta okay lang yun. Basta galaw lang tayo ng galaw dyan.
Bang lang, Kams.
Yan, sa lahat ng bola sa inyo pupunta. Yan lang yung sa isip nyo.
Tapos tayo. Fuego!
Tayo, huwag natin sila patasin.
So a little bit of concern on the Perpetual side as Coach Sandy called that timeout. Ariola at the service line.
21 serving 13. Serving for the Lady Altas. Ariola.
Here's the attack. Bustamante, what a save. Right in front of the broadcast table. And Di Matawaran again. Somebody's got to put a mark on her.
Yep. It's a good hit right there on the middle.
Serving for the Lady Bombers.
Saka ano, tama nga eh, stealthy siya. Kasi pag tinignan mo, she looks unassuming. For a middle attacker, hindi rin ganun katangkad. Pero, quick off the bounce siya eh. Kasi ang ina-expect mo pagka mga middle blockers, talagang matatangkad na mahahaba. But she's built more like an outside hitter.
Just 18 years old, this rookie, Di Matawaran. Menor. And Menor goes down the line again. And Coach Sandy Rieta is loving it.
Pag nakakita kasi ako ng Menor, tas number 15, alam ko maliit eh.
You know, I did ask her if she was related to your old teammate. Hindi daw eh.
Laro lang yung parehas, madiin. The GOAT. Still the GOAT on my book.
Point for the Lady Altas.
So not over yung last na palo ni Matawaran, and Enrico was there to...
Well, you can see like they were really giving it to her as she was in a groove. Yonko, cross court, Lozano, very vocal. Bustamante, her version of a cross court.
Bustamante.
Camps Bustamante, very active. Okay to feature na si Bustamante, si Menor, yung kumukuha talaga ng mga puntos ngayon, siya kasi Palacio. Kailangan yun ni Coach Sandy pagdating ng playoffs, yung mga varied attackers. Kasi yung Ipon, alam natin kahit gamitin o hindi, pagka naglaro, ready eh. So kailangan bigyan mo ng confidence din yung mga ibang nasa rotation mo.
Almeñana trying to end the set. Ariola. Almeñana again, improvising in the air. And Enrico denies the rookie.
Solid block.
As Perpetual slaps the door on JRU. Nagulat si Enrico, tapos na pala.
25-14.
So Perpetual takes the opening set in dominating fashion against JRU. We'll be back for set number 2.
They're a very good attacking team. Parang pagka tinignan mo yung mga iba-ibang teams natin. Yung Arellano, traditionally, laging malalaki sila up front. Diba? Yan yung strength ng mga coaches natin na meron silang peg pagdating sa recruitment.
With a serve from Fifi Ariola.
Fifi Ariola. Oh, too strong on that serve.
Too strong. First point for the Lady Bombers.
Coach Sandy Rieta looking on. Jamalyn Menor,
Kayla Navarra.
the only player who reached double figures against Benilde. Lozano with the pass. Ariola, who does she go to? She decides to toss it up to Enrico. This is going to be a free ball for the Lady Altas. Lozano, binalik dito. Siyempre, sa kanyang setter. The setter chooses Bustamante that time. Navarra goes to the rookie.
Quick attack ni Matsuwari.
Julia Di Matawaran. Now everybody is going to start studying her game to be more familiar with her game.
Lady Bombers.
Tama ka, stealthy eh. Underrated tong mga attackers ng JRU. Kasi kung titignan mo hindi mo talaga siya agad mapapansin. Kasi percentage player siya. Pag nadarating sa kanya, siguro mga 60% of the time, he's able to do something really good with those sets.
Jem Minor serving.
So the injury to Del Pilar obviously opened up an opportunity for somebody like Julia as Ramos misfires on that spike attempt.
Serving for the Lady Altas.
Sharp serve by Menor. Navarra. Ramos on the drop.
Enrico with a quick attack.
Yeah, I don't know how much players look into stats these days as we see this hit by Enrico. But if you're
Jem Minor
Zarina Ramos, man, I can only imagine the excitement seeing your name as one of the top 5 scorers in the league.
Well, if you're looking at stats, if you're looking at the numbers, yeah, pag player ka, okay, sige, maganda yung stats ko. Pero ang lagi mo tinitignan, panalo ba? Ang hirap kasi na you're putting numbers and then it's a challenging season. But syempre, silver linings yan para sa campaign ninyo. And it's good na building block siya ni Coach Mia moving forward in this tournament and in the seasons to come.
Lozano, what a pickup there. Wow. Lozano absorbing all of that kinetic energy.
Lady Altas up by 3.
But Almeniana bounce it off the hands of the blockers.
Ang mahilig sa mga stats, Anton, hindi yung mga player, yung mga scouts. Siyempre, may pro leagues na So, titignan na nila sino yung mga next in line. Tsaka yung development mga sa player.
Off the block, Yonko.
Julia Di Matawara serving
The
for
recruit
Lady
from
Bombers.
Ormoc City, Leyte. Oh, Bustamante almost getting that one through. Ball goes back to the Lady Altas side. Enrico on a quick attack.
And that pick has been open for Perpetual, which is surprising regarding the defensive JRU. Kasi they're one of the teams that really cover that middle quick quite well. Dahil sa practice, malamang yan din yung pinupuntahan. Dahil yan nga, si Batara. Laging yan yung pet play niya. So if you're practicing against a girl that can do it really well, subconsciously, sanay kang nagko-cover ng ganyan.
Nina
Batara emerging as JRU's leader here in season 101. Almeniana rising above the blockers.
Sa'yo, yung mga player nito ni Coach Sandy, may peg Pag pumalo, bounce ball talaga Na kung titingin ka sa NC, yung mga attackers na alam mong matitiin umatake, Perpetual. Titingin ako doon.
Yonko finds the corner on that cross-court attack.
Quite a long cross-court for Yonko.
serving for the Lady Bombers. Like a Yonko.
Lozano, Ariola, Almeniana, goodbye. Cyril Almeniana is back.
Lady Altas.
Perpetual leads JRU 8-5 as we head to this break. Fatima Reyes will have another report when we return.
Tuloy-tuloy ang ating NCAA Season 101 Women's Volleyball action dito sa San Andres Sports Complex. Now for the side of the Lady Bombers, yes, we are missing the presence of their setter Rachel Lalong Isip due to a grade 2 ACL on her left knee, which according to Coach Mia needs 2 to 4 weeks to recover. But worry not, as Coach Mia is still positive that her current players will be enough to continue the fight they have started. Sobrang taas nga ng kumpiyansa ni Coach Mia sa depensa nila, pero ang problema lang daw ay parang naninigas daw ang Lady Bombers. That is why in the second set, Coach Mia demands for them to simply move. Huwag daw silang ma-amaze lang sa kalaban dahil sa pagtitig sila, napapako Anton and Coach Hammer.
Green, Batsara.
Yeah, they should loosen up the way Pat and her teammates are laughing and having a good time over there on the bleachers.
Pero okay na ako sa grade 2 sprint. Okay na ako sa grade 2 sprint kesa full tear. Kasi sila lang isip ng galing na yan dyan And just have to rest it, let it quiet down, strengthen it, and see how it progresses from there on. Sakto yun, no? 4 weeks, pasok pa siya ng playoffs, di ba? Pasok pa siya ng play-in, if I'm not mistaken.
So let's hope that Ryan Lalong Isip recovers
Oh, yeah.
just in time for that. Menor.
There you go. Net touch.
There's a challenge on the floor by the Lady Bombers. Foot fault. The challenge is foot fault.
So we haven't seen Shai Omipon get fielded in yet here in this match, as we see the foot of a JRU Lady
There's
Bomber
a foot fault
cross the center line. So it's an unsuccessful challenge
Serving for the Lady Altas.
by JRU.
Palacio.
Flat serve.
Diala.
Combination play. Diala.
I mean, Ramos gets a lot of points. Pero, if you're looking at the way that their offense is being run, si Deala talaga yung pinakamaraming palo. Kaso nadidepensan, kita mo nakatape na nga yung balikat sa sobrang taas ng volume of attacks that she gets day in and day out.
Enrico.
Enrico. Quick put away.
And Ariola on point in this game.
Yeah, she has been impressive here in season 101.
19 out, 6 batting in. Fifi Ariola.
And new player on the floor for JRU. Fiona Lapating is in. So Coach Mia really unleashing an array of middle blockers.
Timeout. JRU Lady Bombers.
Coverage. Hindi ka pwede i-try, tas long ball tayo. Kakaintindihan? Okay? Tsagain natin, isa-isa. Isang magandang receive, ikot tayo. Tao-tao. Kakaintindihan? Let's go, let's go.
Looking at the scoring, Perpetual has been dominant.
Ariola still serving.
Perpetual on a run here. That's why Coach Mia called that timeout. Navarra to Ramos. Ramos, oh wow. Lozano with a save, but Ariola unable to set up the offense.
One of the few attacks na malinis para kay Ramos in this ball game.
Serving for the Lady Bombers. Navarra.
Ramos, number 3 scorer behind Zam Nolasco and Janelle Bachar.
Enrico of the Navarra.
You know, the scoring race this season, Coach, has been very tight. For majority of the weeks, it's been Angel Habacon, but that sprained left ankle hampered the production. And the injury happened on the very second rally of the match.
Well, if you're looking at individual awards, yeah, that might be something that other people would be thinking about. Pero knowing Angel, ang importante sa kanya na nanalo ang team niya eh. And maganda yung nilalaro din talaga ni Bachar. So we'll see, dahil ang importante si Angel healthy pagdating ng playoffs.
Yeah, Bachar has been having
Monster year, no?
one hell of a season.
Tapos pangiti-ngiti lang.
Yung best score race dito sa NCAA Women's Volleyball, parang kasing tindi ng MVP race sa NBA. Bawal na mag-miss ng games.
Bawal.
Kahit ang ganda ng
Ball is
numbers mo,
out.
if you miss games, you could be ineligible.
Team captain, Cha Enrico.
Navarra tossing it up. Ramos too strong on that spike as Perpetual heads into this break with a 7-point lead.
Lady Bombers.
A 7-point lead for Perpetual. 16-9 here in set number 2 as Coach Sandy Rieta and his young ladies look to seize win number 9 here in
Still
Season
on the service
101.
line, the Lady Altas team captain, Cha Enrico.
Navarra. Cross court. Almeñana. Oh!
So trying to fabricate another possession. Si Jem Menor with that overhand pop-up. Pero di lang niya na-control na maigi yung bola.
Number 10, Nina Ramos.
Ariola. Oh, Bustamante not over.
Yep, not over
At sa
yung
bagong ball ng Bustamante, Lady Bombers. 11 serving 16. Ramos serving.
Ramos. Ariola. Almeñana on the drop. Deala. Off the hands of the blockers.
Out to check. Tsaka athlete tong Deala, no? Quick off the ground. Great approach, lefty. Solid hitter.
Service line for JRU.
Kailangan lang palakas pa nito kasi may mileage yung balikat. So nakita natin, it's heavily taped. Off-season, something to work with, getting stronger, that range dyan sa shoulders nila. Kasi bread and butter yan ng mga attackers.
Menor. It's going to be a long free ball for JRU. Alonia to Deala. And Deala goes down the line there. Menor could not pass it properly.
Gusto ko yung mga players on the sideline natin na may gagawin nila. Pagka-pop up, iusog nila yung adboard para mahabol. Ayun, inusog nila. Yun yung one heart. Yan talaga.
Apple ginagawa nila eh. Pasahan natin. Spike mo, iyan mo na to. Iyan mo na lang muna tayo. Ha? Pasahan lang natin para maka-score tayo, maka-score.
Eh, let's go. Wala nang relax. Let's go!
I'm still not over that show of unity.
Di ba?
Talagang, sige, Jody, habulin mo.
Habulin mo. Tatanggalin namin to para di ka ma-injured. Kasi di ba may isa si Jem dito nag-dive sa kabilang side?
That's trust on their libero, Lozano.
Off the block.
As Almeñana delivers the point for Perpetual.
Comes Bustamante serving.
Oh, that's in!
Scores an ace.
Bustamante.
Right at the edge. And Camille Bustamante.
She deserves it. She deserves the start.
Serving.
She did not disappoint.
Sulit. Oh, Batara, how about that?
Sara with a quick attack.
Pinakasan.
May gigil yung palo na yun ni Quick Batara.
Substitution for Lady Altas. 11 out.
Remember
18
that one
Gaa
match
in.
na
Swab out.
si Batara at si Del Pilar nagdomina para sa JRU
Yup.
last season.
Yup.
Twin Towers.
Oo, tsaka si Kring yung nag-best player nun. Panalo sila nun.
Like a Yonko serving.
And that's why there was a lot of excitement dahil yun nga sa improvement ng Twin Towers. Kaya lang,
na-injured eh. Panalo.
Ball is out. Point. Lady Bombers. There's a challenge on the floor. Lady Altas. Block touch. The challenge is
so there's a
block
challenge
touch.
here. Gaa now coming in for Fifi Ariola. And Pao Reyes is also in for the Perpetual side.
Oo, ngayon lang ginamit, no? Yung Reyes, yung umipon, di pa nga ginagamit. So, yun yung mga usually nasa rotation ni Coach Sandy.
All right, let's investigate.
No block touch. The challenge is unsuccessful.
So
Substitution
after
for the Lady
investigating
Bombers.
on our
About
spy
three.
camera, it's an
Dunga in.
unsuccessful challenge.
Nipis eh.
Hey, this one's
Serving for the
not a
Lady
sure thing for
Bombers.
Perpetual.
Bianca
JRU
Junca.
right there in their rear view mirror. Gaa. Almeñana rising up. Batara could not put it away. Reyes picked up by Alonia. Deyala.
Down the line.
Right down the line.
Serving 18. Junca serving.
Palacio on the hit. Navarra to Deyala. Almeñana. Palacio pushing it over to the JRU side. This is Deyala again. Almeñana. Oh!
Net touch. Golden Lady Bombers.
That's a net touch
Point
right
for
there.
Lady
That
Altas.
touch by Navarra. A good rally there for JRU. But a missed opportunity to keep it closer.
Almeñana. Three-point for the Lady Bombers. Substitution.
Service error for Perpetual.
Now for Omipon in.
So Umipon now.
Team captain.
First time to be
Three.
inserted in the
Batsara
game.
serving.
Oh!
Off the block. Jim
Menor scores off the block.
Getting into a launch pad. Just getting a full swing.
20.
Jim Menor.
17. Palacio serving.
20 serving 17. Ramos with the pass. Navarra with a toss to Deyala. Blockers
Block
were
point for the
there.
Lady Altas.
Great approach, great hit, but even better defense.
Timeout. JRU. Lady
Getting
Bombers.
room. And textbook block here.
Sa first ball. Tapos dito ka lang. Okay? Kakaintindihan. Tapos block, habol lang, habol lang.
Wala pa, guys.
Pero
Sa
pag,
paladang.
pag balik dito, syempre, papasok ka na dun. Okay? Kakaintindihan.
Ay, wala.
First ball.
Pumapasok kayo lahat sa coverage. Ano na yun?
Naka-spread bali siya. Wala kang middle. Naka-spread yan. Ay, open goal to. Kung meron, bigyan mo.
So, a better
21 to 17.
tug of war for JRU. They are within striking
Serving for the
distance.
Lady Altas.
Unlike
Geraldine
in the first set
Palacio.
where there was too much cushion for Perpetual.
Pero a lot more errors here for Perpetual. That's the second service error for the Lady Altas.
Nicole Della serving.
Diala. Difficult set.
Reyes.
Oh, wow.
That's emergency.
Big hit. And Reyes smiling
12
because that was close.
18 out, 11. Bustamante back in.
That was right on the line.
Yep. Pero good setup job by Gaa.
Fifi
One hand
Ariola
pop up.
serving for the Lady Altas.
Navarra to the middle.
Lapating.
Papakilala. Yung mga bagong middles ni Coach Mia Dioseco, Lapating.
Nakadungaw din sila.
Serving for the Lady Bombers.
Sneaky
Kyla
good.
Navarra.
Good jump right there. So ako tingin ko tong JRU would only go as far as the development of Navarra. Kasi may mga attackers sila. Pero the more that Kyla gets in rhythm and is able to bring that ball to the right people, they would be better.
I think the story today has been Bustamante.
Yeah. Tsaka minor yung dalawa. Actually, pati si Alminiana.
Bustamante getting the start and keeping Omipon on the bench. But now she's back talking about Shy Omipon. Speaking of,
Oh, yan, naka-dark shoes din.
oh,
Ay.
ang bilis mo makapansin.
Siyempre. Kasi usually, di ba, pag mga volleyball players, naka-white na sneakers.
Yeah.
Or team-colored
that's
ones.
rare. Oh.
Shy on the board. Lady Altas now on set point advantage.
Black sneakers to be more specific.
Lady
Very
Altas.
rare.
Very rare. Ignore.
Now, there's that one player from Mapua who was
Si
also
Hannah,
wearing.
di gusto na.
3 points for the Lady Bombers.
So third service error in this set for Perpetual might be a cause for pause pagdating sa ensayo nila.
Substitution for the Lady Bombers. 6 out, 19. Dimantawanan in. Julia Dimantawanan.
Speaking of shoes, Fifi Ariola has hopped on the basketball
Hot
shoes
pink.
for volleyball trend.
Parehas lang naman. Multi-directional. Ako lang, nagbago na rin yung paniniwala ko dyan eh. Now, whatever makes you feel comfortable playing, you should be able to wear it.
Are those mid-cut shoes?
No, those are lows.
Those are lows, okay. So mid-cut shoes won't work for volleyball.
Well, it would. Whatever rocks your brain, mid-cut yung suot ni Shy. Those are mids.
Omipon.
And it works for her. Definitely works for her.
Shy Omipon coming in the second set.
Tatlo, asa ka ba? Tatlo spiker? Sino nandito?
Farewell. Ay, si Chapo, farewell.
Dito ka? O sige, ano to, kaliwa? Okay, 5. O, basic tayo. Ha?
Basahan ko.
Basic tayo.
Basic lang.
2 words.
Oh.
That's all Coach Sandy needs to impart his message.
Re-entering the game for Lady Altas. 4 out,
Basic ka
7.
na.
Huwag na gawing komplikado.
Basic tayo.
Still on the service line for the Lady Bombers. Julia Dimantawanan.
There's the pass. Ariola. Bustamante sends that ball into the bleachers.
Perpetual Lady Altas.
Camps Bustamante stepping up. Perpetual takes the second set 25-22.